Oh, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, if you've watched me even just casually throughout the years, you would know that I have covered some of the most depraved, interesting to say the least, just gutter butt individuals that exist on the internet. And I've chronicled people like Jessica Yaniv, people like Stefankny, and honestly, I felt like I had kind of been desensitized to the black abyss that is humanity. I just really thought I had seen it all. But according to you guys, in the many DMs I've received over the past few days, I have in fact not seen it all. And speaking of Jessica Yaniv, the story that we're covering today does mirror Jessica Yaniv in certain aspects because Chris Chan, the subject of today's video, is trans. And the reason I say trans is because this person has self-identified as a tomgirl, intersex female soul with a male body, a tranny crossdresser, and a lesbian identified male. Not to mention, this person's alleged transition consists of taint piercings, wearing menstrual pads, taking medication to treat menopause, which is not recommended or useful for transition, cutting his own with a box cutter at home because the internet told him to, claiming to be trans to, quote, to get more girls, and being the wife of the Pokemon Mewtwo. So now, Chris Chan is often referred to as the most documented person on the internet. Although it may be a new name to some of you, to a lot of you, you will know that he is actually very internet famous, and his antics and criminal history and posts and just everything, every interaction he's almost ever had is documented on the internet, to the point where there is a series on YouTube going on part 60, I believe, right now, and all the episodes are really long. Like it's a whole thing with this mother. So why am I here talking about Chris today? Well, Chris was trending on Twitter just a few days ago, and I noticed this, and I have heard the name kind of off and on throughout the years because, like I said, he is quite well known. Previously, I had not really dove into the entirety of his history online, which I did last night, and I'm wearing 10 pounds of concealer because I have dark circles out to here. It is haunting me. So I see Chris Chan trending on Twitter, and I look, and it's because of a leaked audio in which Chris admits to raping his 80-year-old mother with dementia. I then go to Chris Chan's Twitter profile, and Chris follows me. I think I'm going to delete my account. Now, this story is rapidly developing, but as of yesterday, Chris was actually arrested for this, which, hallelujah, how many times is there never any justice served for things that happen on the internet? Like we see so often with Onision, with Yaniv, they keep escaping the justice system, but hopefully this is going to be a different scenario. So I'm going to play the audio clip that was leaked of Chris admitting to, again, rape mother who has dementia, 80 years old. Like the thought is disgusting. And the audio clip is pretty disgusting too. So that is your fair warning.
Yeah, she's got really sensitive G-box. Because apparently I don't believe either Mr. C, any of her past boyfriends and ex-husbands, they haven't really reached and hit her really.
Right.
Approached her with care and caution, so I just gave her comfort and talked with her, and we just branched out slow and steady, and then I encouraged her positively, let her make the first move. She wanted to do it. And
She did? Really? She made the first move?
Yeah. I think she was partially confused at one point, but then she came around, obviously. But it took us a few nights to figure out what made what felt right and what didn't feel right. And
Does your mother enjoy it?
Yeah, she's having a good time. Literally.
She is?
That was probably one of the most disturbing things I've ever listened to. So immediately after this audio was leaked, which, by the way, I cannot confirm like who leaked it, who knows, but pretty much immediately the internet obviously and justifiably went into an uproar, and I can only imagine how many calls were made to the authorities. I mean, you have elder abuse, you have abuse of someone who is not all there, obviously having dementia, and I don't know if you guys have ever known anyone that had dementia, but it's incredibly sad. And the thought of violating your own blood, your mother, when they have dementia in any way, like nonetheless, but in any way, is sickening. And frankly, Chris Chan deserves to be locked behind bars forever. Like, clearly he's a blight on society. Clearly society would only stand to gain by having him removed from it. I mean, I would say this is like the bottom of the barrel of morality, but it's not even in the barrel. It didn't even make the cut to be inside the motherfucking barrel. Flash forward to yesterday, Chris is being arrested outside what looks like a Motel 6. Like, what is this building? And apparently, despite being arrested for the rape of his mother, he seemed to be in good spirits.
And I continue to stand strong, and I maintain everything with quick fill and my side shoes and nose shoes and everybody.
Yeah, you're live to about 3,000 people right now, Christian.
How do you plead?
Well, don't. You're taking everything in stride. You said you're doing good?
Yeah, I keep in good faith. Everything is going to work out.
Doing good, feeling good?
Well,
How's the last few days been? I know it's been pretty stressful.
it's been stressful, but I've taken it one moment at a time, and I got my loves.
And you want to know what part of this story, I mean, all of it is maddening, but the part of the story that is just a little cherry on top of a horrific, disgusting situation, the part that just makes me want to drive my pink car off of a cliff, is the fact that Chris was actually filed as a female for the mugshot and will likely, because of that, be placed into a women's prison. So a fully intact biological male raped his mother, okay, and is then placed into a women's prison. Congratulations, society. Congratulations on this just miraculous nosedive that we've taken as a whole. 2021, gotta love it. It's also worth noting this is not Chris's first incident of assaulting someone. There is actually a video of him macing a GameStop employee seemingly unprovoked, and the GameStop employee doesn't seem to be anywhere near Chris to warrant any type of physical self-defense. And as a result, Chris was arrested.
Don't call anybody.
And that was the bar too.
Now, a perhaps obvious piece of information that is relevant to the story is that Chris is autistic. And I have seen some people, not the majority by any means, but I have seen some people saying that this behavior is the result of him being autistic, and that it might not be true that he actually has done this to his mother, because autistic people might lie about that. And my whole thing is, have the people who are saying this ever met an autistic person? Because I know many autistic people. I have people in my family who are autistic, and they don't do the kind of shit Chris does, and they don't lie about stuff like I don't understand how being autistic makes you more of a liar. Like, what does that even mean? Also, to my knowledge, Chris is high functioning, so it's even more of an insult. Like, you think high functioning autistic people behave like this? Like, and there is another sizable chunk of people who, you know, their main takeaway from hearing about a horrific and violent rape of an 80-year-old with dementia is that we should be using the right pronouns for Chris. We shouldn't be misgendering Chris. There are a lot of people who their only opinion on the entire thing, like their only statement on their Twitter feeds or their TikToks or wherever the fuck they're talking, is that we should be using the correct pronouns for Chris. And I'm kind of like, what exactly does it say about you that upon hearing about such a horrific thing, your only thoughts are about pronouns? And then you wonder why no one takes you seriously. Sweetie. This has become such a common thing that people are making memes about it. And honestly, it's insulting that anyone would even consider Chris to be trans. I mean, I'm personally insulted by that. But I'm going to give these people the benefit of the doubt that if they actually knew what Chris's transition consisted of and how it's not, and the reasons why Chris is trans, which is admittedly to get more girls. That's not what trans is. And if you think that's what trans is, again, I'm offended. So if your priorities are so bent that you hear about the rape of an 80-year-old woman with dementia and your only statement is please use the correct pronouns, you know what I mean? Like, not has anyone checked on the mom? Is she receiving medical care? Not wow, that's messed up. Nothing. Just like, please say she. Girl, bye. Obviously, though, in my opinion, the trans aspect of the story is really just the backdrop. Something tells me this saga is very far from over, but I personally will be stepping away from even reading about it because it's a lot. I'm moving to Austin, Texas in a couple weeks. I have a lot of really nice things happening, and the darkness, just stay away from me, darkness, please. Even though I look like a witch right now, darkness, be gone. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel as well as my second channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also subscribe to my Patreon for my exclusive Blaire White Project podcast. The latest guest was Tommy Vext, who is the lead singer of Bad Wolves, and we talk about cancel culture. We talk about his experience leaving the band, being in the music industry, and it's honestly a really great conversation. So make sure you guys check that out. That's the only place that it lives, is my Patreon, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.